Pokemon Armageddon has come and gone, and whether you crawled out of the rubble with 10 broken bones or walked out of your bomb shelter unscathed, it's hard to deny the good Pokemon designs in the Galar region. Wow, that analogy made no sense. Thanks, I try. These Pokemon designs are unique, funny, smart, clever, and even a little stupid at times. But I'd wager it's difficult to not find a couple favorites. Now that I've more or less completed my Galarian adventure, which Pokemon unique to the region stuck out to me the most? Honestly, I'm impressed with how many well-designed Pokemon there are. So much so that narrowing down the list has not been easy. But with all that said, here are my top 6 Galar region Pokemon. It was only a matter of time before the worm in the apple clip art became a Pokemon. But thankfully, Game Freak nailed Applin and its subsequent evolutions, Falapel and Appleton. Applin itself has a cute design. A lizard creature hiding from prey using the disguise of an apple. Its long, paper-thin eyes poke out from the stem, masquerading as leaves stuck on the fruit stem. That, coupled with its red outer shell, make it the juiciest looking Pokemon since Bonsweet. Makes you wonder how many times people in Galar accidentally eat the poor thing. Neat, these apples have a green filling inside! Unfortunately, it's about as helpless as a piece of fruit in a real-life fight. Although you could take someone out with an apple if you throw it hard enough. But since throwing your Pokemon is considered bad show or illegal, Applin is useless, unable to attack except with the move Astonish and Withdraw. It refuses to learn new moves from leveling up or TMs. It just sits there, biding its time, waiting for the day where the world doesn't want to eat its delicious flesh. So, do you have an obsession with fruit or something? No, only a fear of pictures of fruit. I am, however, obsessed with apple pie. Forget about cherry, forget about blueberry, forget about nasty pumpkin pie. Apple pie is the god tiers of pies. I adore it. Each bite cradles me in its warm, gooey arms before tucking me into its soft yet brittle crust bed, where I dream of eating even more scrumptious apple pie. And upon devouring exactly 72 pies, I vow to the goddesses of baking standing before me that the only pie to grace my lips from here on out will be the sweet taste of their divine gift to mankind, apple pie. Naturally, I like Appleton. At first, I struggled to find my mojo with this sentient apple pie. Appleton looks like a tank, but her defense and special defense are only above average. Unfortunately, I was constantly in situations where Appleton was at a disadvantage typing-wise. On top of that, she couldn't learn any grass move TM that I had at the time. But once my apple pie learned iron defense and apple poison, she finally got cooking, thus cementing her place on this list. Get ready for a vibe check. Hatterin is here to make sure you keep your emotions in check. If not, you get the whip. The new witch on the block takes the gracefulness of the psychic fairy typing and gives it some well-deserved sass. It's just Gardevoir 2, bro. You say that like it's a bad thing. I love Hatterin's killer witch aesthetic, her typing, and color pattern. She looks nice and inviting, but the moment you invade her space, she will mess you up. There must be fairy tales in the Pokemon world about children playing in the forest and coming across in Hatterin's den only to never be seen again. They were too busy eating apple pies. However, while I really like Hatterin's taller design, Hatterin is my favorite evolution in the family. She's just so cute. Her happy little face warms the soul. I love how she holds her witch hat and waddles around with her elephantitis ponytails. Her tiny body swings from side to side when she walks. Now, if that doesn't convince you she's the best evolution in the family, here's her Pokédex entry to prove how adorable she really is. No matter who you are, if you bring strong emotions near this Pokemon, it will silence you violently. Sobble, run! Battle-wise, my Madoka didn't really shine until she evolved into Hatterin and gained the fairy dual typing, thus reducing her weaknesses to only 3. She also gained a ton more special attack and special defense, allowing her to finally take some hits and kill opponents in one hit. A welcomed force on my team. Just don't hurt me, almighty witch queen. When I first saw Toxel at the daycare center, I knew immediately why this lady didn't want it. It's ugly. What? Babies are cute. Yeah, like 10%. The other 90% look like this. It has a permanent diaper on, for Pete's sake. The worst part of a baby. Who is changing that diaper? Because I am sure as curry rice not changing a single one. In fact, I was ready to throw it in my personal daycare center, aka my box, until I saw the typing. Poison Electric. Electric has always been one of my favorite typings, and my interest in poison had been growing ever since my Sun and Moon run with Salazzle. That plus the never before seen typing, I decided to give Toxel a try, or at the very least, see if its evolution would be any better. It was worth it. Raising a child is hard work, but evolutions like this make it worth it in the end. Toxicity's design screams punk rock with its electric mohawk and spiky wrists. Even its movements are inspired by the music and attitude of the genre. Depending on the nature, Toxicity can have two forms, amped form and low-key form, again inspired by the punk rock genre. From what I can tell, there is no difference between the two in terms of stats, but I like the pose and color swap unique to both. Personally, I'm partial to the low-key form, because that's the form my Toxel evolved into. Something about its goofy smile warms my inner punk rocker just a little. This is probably the first time I've enjoyed using a sound-based Pokemon, except maybe Exploud, but that was years ago. Toxicity is much more interesting and fun to train, although my Dino Shock was by no means my best Pokemon. In fact, she couldn't take a punch. But if she got the chance to blast them with her latest single, which happened more often than not, it was an easy victory. Also, her move Nuzzle was my go-to move to catch Pokemon. Excellent! I hopped on the Scorbunny squad day 1. Something about its peppy, confident attitude appealed to me, and I really liked its adorable rabbit design. But despite that charming design, the fear of another fire/fighting starter lingered in the back of my mind, growing ever stronger with each passing day. That fear almost persuaded me to choose Sobble instead, but I held on to a sliver of hope that maybe, just maybe, Scorbunny's final evolution would be the best of the bunch, and that it wouldn't be a dual fighting type. Scorbunny defied the odds, evolving into a pure fire type and the best final evolution of the three, Cinderace. His greatest strengths are attack and speed, appropriate for a Pokemon inspired by football. With his unique move Pyro Ball, my ace decimated the competition time and time again, despite being a bit underleveled at each gym. I rotated my Pokemon, by the way. Hey, that's cheating! I like to call it load management. Of course, that is subjective. There are probably many of you who hate the football star for his athletic humanoid build, or because you think he looks like a Sonic OC. I'm not usually a fan of humanoid starter evolutions either, but Cinderace won me over with its attitude, quickness, and heavy football inspiration. Although let's be honest, he still screams firefighting. I don't usually like bug Pokemon. I don't hate them, but they rarely make my final team, and I especially don't find them cute. But Snom broke that stereotype. Not only does it have a unique typing in Bug Ice, it's so darn cute! It reminds me of a tardigrade, or what I like to call a water bear. Thus, I named him Bear. But now that I think about it, it really doesn't look like one. Sorry, Bear. One thing water bears and Snom do have in common, however, is speed. Snomes are slow. Incredibly slow. Slower than frozen muck in the northern region of Sinnoh. But that just adds to its cuteness. You see, in order to evolve Snom, you have to increase its affinity with you, and the best way to do that is at the campsite. It is there that I learned how adorably slow Snom is. Bear! Bear, come here, Bear! Oh, he's a comin'. He's a comin'. Holy crap, this is gonna take a while. 3 hours later. Okay, Bear, let's play. You want the ball? You want the ball? Go get it! Go get it, Bear! Come on, go get Ace! Don't you touch it! Ace! Ace, don't you touch it! Don't! Stay! Another 3 hours. Good thing Ace is an idiot. Bring it back, Bear, come on! Come on, wait, Dino Shock, no! Kids these days, am I right? Despite Bear being the slowest member of my team, he always wanted to race the other Pokemon. He never won, of course, but I appreciated his competitive spirit. Maybe I should have named him McQueen.
I am Speed.
Unfortunately, I never saw Apple Pie and Bear get in a race. Maybe Apple Pie was afraid of Bear's typing advantage.
I ate apples like you for breakfast.
Snom is by no means a stellar Pokemon, especially since you catch it so late in the game. However, evolving it into Frostmoth is well worth the hours playing fetch, as it effectively becomes a dragon and psychic killer, as long as they don't know Flamethrower. With a great special attack, Bear lays waste to any grass or dragon Pokemon that dares cross our path. Too bad he didn't evolve until after the last gym. Before I reveal the last spot on my top 6 team, here are a few honorable mentions. Galarian Ponyta. Probably one of the best designs in the game. It makes Ponyta even cuter, and I love its psychic typing. The problem? Well, there's a couple. One, why did Rapidash have to be Psychic Fairy? I already have Hatterin on my team, it just didn't feel right to have another one. And with Galarian Rapidash, which I named Twilight by the way, it was a bit of a letdown. I was hoping for a winged unicorn, or an alicorn as apparently it's referred to nowadays. It could have been a psychic flying or a fairy flying, but no, they went with the psychic flying and tore off its wings, didn't let it dream. And two, also like Snom, you find Ponyta halfway through the game. You don't get much time with Ponyta itself before it evolves. Oh well, it's not like Ponyta's a new Pokemon or anything. Still, it would have been nice to have the Galarian Ponyta closer to maybe the second gym. Not that it would have been too useful, but anyway. The point is, I wanted more cute Ponyta. Capraja is a J silent. Capraja. Coffin caught me off guard when Rose first called it out. Having a new elephant Pokemon I hadn't seen before was shocking. Oh, what the freak is that? What the freak is that? But once I found a Cuffet of my own, I grew close to the steel pachyderm. Kinda wish it was with me closer to the beginning, which seems to be a theme with some of these guys, but oh well. It then evolved into Capraja, or Raj as I named it. Raj is pretty weak defensively, but its single steel typing and HP make up for it. Where it shines is in its attack. It's an attacking juggernaut, taking out enemies with one swing of its trunk. Just watch out for fire and fighting types. Korbinite. The steel flying typing is great. One of the best underutilized typings in the game. The Korbinite family also has a great design going for it, as it goes through the growth of a knight. Very nice. Starting with, a rook, a squire, and then a knight. My Korbinite was a girl, so I decided to name her after the best female crusader I know. La Latina. Maybe that's why she liked taking hits. She wasn't always in the heat of the battle, but she was reliable when I needed her. And now it's time. The moment you've all been waiting for. The number 6 spot goes to... How could Lulu not make my list? It is by far the cutest, most adorable Pokemon unique to the Galar region, no question. Yamper is cute, yeah, but Wooloo, Wooloo will cure your depression with one hug. Everything about this sheep is so charming and lovable, from the way it bleats to the way it rolls around. I love how at the beginning of the game, a Wooloo continuously tackles this gate. It's so stupidly adorable. Let me in! Let me in! Let me in! And that same animation is used for its tackle attack. How it Wooloos my heart. Wooloo also serve as adorable hazards, from blocking roads to stopping trains. Fear the Wooloo! If that's not enough to make you take down the entire Galar region with an army of Wooloo, there's an entire gym challenge devoted to Wooloo's perfectly spherical body. Granted, you're just hoarding sheep. But watching the Wooloo roll away like a bowling ball down an alley is adorable. I guess what I'm trying to say is that there has never been a Pokemon that better embodies the spirit and soul of a region than Wooloo. They remind me of home. Of course, there will be those who beg to differ, but when I think Galar, the first thing that will come to mind will be Wooloo. And those are my top 6 favorite Galar Pokemon. It was hard to come down to only 6 as I believe this was a strong gen for new Pokemon, but I did it nonetheless. Kinda. Of course, there are still other great Pokemon to fall in love with, so I encourage you to find your own favorites, whether for their incredible competitive potential or their cute designs. In short, Lulu is the greatest addition to the Pokemon series that Galar has to offer, along with Balkai. We love you, Balkai! Thank you so much for watching. What are your favorite Galar Pokemon? Let me know in the comments below. And be sure to share this video with your friends. If you like this video, subscribe for more Nintendo goodness. We're coming up on the end of the year, which means the Game of the Year video is almost upon us. Please look forward to that. And remember, Lulu loves you. Goodbye, you good people. By the way, the shiny variant of Lulu is a black sheep. Come on! That's too good! Bye-bye, black Lulu, have you any wool? No sir, none for you. I want a black Lulu!